I'm sitting on my couch, cooling. Twitter breaks into a frenzy. And there's the infamous story. Do you regret any of the actions that you took?
What you mean?
I'll be trying to say it in like that. I'm trying, man.
He said, which story?
Story breaks out.
I mean, I ain't gonna get into that shit like that, man. But you can ask your questions, but I'm just not gonna get into it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But do you regret?
I got my reasons. What regret? What though?
Knocking out.
Cut.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I swear, man, that shit just funny, man. Oh man, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. No comment, man.
Yeah.
No
so you're
comment,
a fan of
bro.
boxing?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Nah, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, what you think about Canelo versus?
Well, apparently, they find it very funny that Papoose knocked Easy to Black Cap out. He even find it funny too. Sad thing about it is, like I say, this become damage control at its highest form, because it's like Papoose trying to take the high route. But let's just be honestly, the purpose of the whole interview that the Dancer Project basically wanted to do was just get down to whether or not he was going to talk about the Remy, Clarissa Shields, and him and Easy. He refused to talk about any of that. He refused to talk about any of it at all. So it's like the interview is like two and a half hours long. And it's like that's what people wanted to hear. Okay? We wanted to hear him address the situation and everything, but again, he taking the high route. He don't want to say nothing about it at all. I have my reasons of why, but what he did let be known for the most part, you know, the laugh says it all about what he did to Easy the Block Captain when asked the question, even though he didn't elaborate and go into the details of it. But it's already out there what happened. And the thing about Easy the Block Captain in this situation is that, bro, messing with Remy may have been the worst decision he ever made, that he will see hurt him bad, hurt him real bad. I mean, at this point, I don't really get what he's trying to convince himself of. Like, when it's already been proven basically that, you know, it was just a money thing for her, that it had nothing to do with no feelings at all in no type of way. Her and Papoose was going through financial problems. You were the golden goose for that time for her to at least, you know, get some change up out you by using battle rap as an avenue to generate money from your brand. We see that she controlled both these guys, you know, to some degree. She worked on Papoose love. and worked on Easy's lust. That's what it was. Easy was in lust with her. Papoose was in love with her, and rightfully so. That's his wife. They got a child together. They've been together for over 20 something years. And it's like, I understand his love for his wife. And I know that Easy financially was going through something himself. Not really having nothing, being played. She come in, present him an opportunity that he believes is a good one for him, and also allowed him to smash. Like I said, the thing about it is I try to look at this from every direction. But the most dangerous thing about the situation was stepping outside the marriage and allowing others to become a part of the adultery. That's the danger in what they both did that they guilty of. Don't matter if Remy did it first, but he also chose to participate in it too. And that's the thing that I don't know how to phony kick this situation. And I get that he could have been hurt, heartbroken, felt like he needed to get back, get even, but you still brought other people into a adulterous relationship by which they are now held accountable by God also. And that's how come I hope that you mean what you say and do what you say. Like if you're going to go back home and make things right with your wife, then do that. And be faithful to whatever you commit yourself to doing, that it may be blessed by God. If you're going to divorce your wife and commit yourself to Clarissa Shields like she rightfully deserves, if you're going to be with that woman and that woman just puts you in a position to win, making you her manager, making you part of her team when it comes to her boxing, signing to win records with you, putting you in a position to win because she wants you to be her man, to be her husband, and want to build and have a family with you. I hope you commit yourself to doing right by that woman, because her life weighs in the balance every time she messing with you, knowing that you are still a married man. Knowing that you're still a married man. And a lot of people give you respect for being a stand-up dude. And a lot of people look at you as being a guy who don't take advantage of others. So I'm just hoping you're not going to do this to this woman who put you in a position to win, who love you and want to be with you, who believes that you're going to get a divorce and marry her and have a family with her. I just hope your intentions is true and that you are the man that people say and believe that you are. Because at the same time, we on the outside looking in. What these cameras present, we don't know what goes on when these cameras are off. We don't know what goes on behind the scene. We don't know about these things. So I just hope that you do the right thing, And like I said, this may have been the worst. Listen, Easy may have gained something monetarily wise as a result of not really having much, but it hurt him worse in the long run, to the point that really nobody likes him. Like really nobody likes him. And let me just say this to the brother. Because at one time, I ain't gonna say I felt the way, because I got thick skin. The internet stuff don't bother me. And even though people lie and do things like that, his character, I'm talking about Easy to Block Out, his character and what he actually was doing, being an opportunist, rubbed me the wrong way. To the point that I once when it came to his battle rap career. I supported him in his battle rap career, you know. And I know the brother is very talented, along with Papoose. See, again, this is the thing, man. These are still our brothers at the end of the day. Sometimes they just need good people in their corner to tell it to them in a raw, without compromise, so that they can stay focused and be on the right page to do the right thing so that they can have life. Because at the end of the day, that's what this whole thing is all about. If you die without Jesus Christ, your life served no purpose at all. You just lived it trying to please men rather than God. And he should be the focal point and center and priority over all things, period. That is everybody's duty in calling yourself a man and woman. Your number one duty and responsibility is to know who your Lord and Savior is. And in that will determine the outcome of your life and your eternal security. When you neglect that, then what happens is you find yourself being a part of Satan's family and operating and doing the things of influence that he's putting in your heart. And sin spreads. You don't do it alone, you share it with also others. And this is what I be trying to tell people. Like, the hardest thing about being real is being real. That's the hardest thing about being real. The hardest thing about being real is being real. And a lot of people don't know how to do that because they're afraid of offending people. I'm not one of those persons. I'm just going to have to tell you in the raw, like, listen, brothers, listen, this not right. It's not right what you're doing. And I would want somebody to tell me the same thing. The Bible say a wise man love wisdom, but a fool helps correct. A fool hates correction. I ain't one of them ones. If I'm out of pocket and I do something wrong, I want to be surrounded by brothers that tell me like, nah, Malachi, you handled that wrong. That wasn't good the way you handled that. You could have handled that better, bro. And you know what I'm going to do? Because I know the type of guy I am. I'm going to ponder on it. I'm going to look back on it. And if it's true, I'm going to be like, yeah, you're right. But for the most part, the person don't have to tell me that because I have the Holy Spirit in me. The Spirit going to check me. The Spirit going to check me before I do it. And the Spirit going to check me after I do it because the Spirit lives in me. He's going to be already correcting me in my mind, in my heart saying, okay, why are you thinking about that? You really finna go do that? You really finna say that? You really finna allow that? And sometimes I harden my heart to it and do it. Then I'm convicted even more. Like, why would you do that when I just warned you not to? Why did you do that? That's how the Spirit worked. Then I find myself repenting, like, oh, Lord, forgive me. I did it again. I'm sorry. And I don't like doing that. But God used that to bring you to a point of discipline. And I'm seeing when Easy did what he did, man, this hurt that dude. He had a lot of opportunities on the table before doing this with Remy Ma. He had a cameo that he did in the Fresh Prince new series on Peacock, where he played as the guy who Will got into it with in Philly and had to go move with Uncle Phil and them. And what he said, where they lived at? In California. He played a good part as a villain in that. And that was real good. Had a promising career. But ever since he did that to Remy, with Remy, and nobody don't really like him, man. People in the industry that's already like connected and they don't like him. The bloggers don't like him. The rappers don't like him. Like, they don't like him. The man walking around now with bodyguards. He never had to do that before. Now when he go to battle rap events, he got security with him. He's still thinking Papoose might can come back and get him. He really do believe that. He literally walks around with security now. His father be at his like, bro, you like, I don't care. I got to crack a joke. Bro, you like 38 years old and you went and go get your father. Like, that's crazy. Facts. I'm like, man, come on. Yeah. So his father be there. Like, his father don't want nobody punching on his son. I get you, brother, but that's crazy. So nobody don't really deal with him now. Like, that was really costly. That was really costly for him in his career. So I look, and again, I get it. I get it. I wasn't always a believer. And I'm telling you, even people who confess to be believers, if Remy offered them some, wouldn't really turn it down. Let's just be honest. That's a beautiful woman. She got a nice figure. She's successful. She like an upgrade of most people who actually deal with women in their life. So I get how he could fall into that trap of an adulterous woman. Like the Bible say, be careful of an adulterous woman. She's very seductive. She'll lure you into her trap, but at her door is death. The Bible is clear on that. You know? And I get she took advantage of his situation. She used him. She stepped out on her husband. She hurt her family. She did that. We can't lie about that. We can't lie about that. And there's no excuse for what she did, no matter what part we thought Papoose might have played in this. Whether he was too clingy, whether he, whatever. It still don't justify what she did. She could have easily talked some things out with him. I mean, we don't know what went on in therapy, because they did have therapy together where they were taking therapy. Now, we don't know what was being said, but we don't justify those actions. And my only thing is, as a result of what Papoose and Remy did, now it lured other people to be involved. Clarissa Shields and Easy to Block. And I think both Papoose and Remy, y'all owe it to them to be honest. But at the same time, they should have just, like, especially when it comes to Clarissa Shields, even though you like Papoose, he like you, just being wise, you should have just let it be known. Like, look, I get you saying you like me. Hey, I like you too, but you're still married. You're still married. So until you get a divorce, I just rather be friends with you so I can make sure you're serious about what you're trying to do. But it's like, I don't know, sis. I just think sis moving too fast without having better promises. She's moving too fast without having better promises. Because again, this brother is still married. And you're moving too fast because you want him so bad that you don't have no assurance. You just have words without insurance. You have no assurance. Remy still hold the trump card and have the assurance. If anything happened to Papoose, Remy still have control over his life because she's still his legal wife. She's still his legal wife. I saw this happen before. This happened to my guy. This happened to my guy sister. My guy sister was married to this one dude. They were separated, but they wasn't divorced. He had another woman and everything. The woman was living in his house with him. Some guys end up killing him. She was the wife, even though they were separated, and he had another woman that was living in his house with him. That was his girl. He got killed. She came to the house, told the girl who he was dealing with, that was his woman, that was living there, you have to leave this house. I'm his wife. I'm taking over his things. Even though he'd been through with her, she was still married to him though. She used her power, made the other girl leave the house, who was his woman. But that's what's crazy. How you gonna have a woman and you married? How you like, this is my woman, but you married. This is my man, but I'm still married. Move the girl out. She had to leave the house legally. Even though she telling like, he wasn't even messing with you. I've been this woman for the past few years. She didn't care. Moved her out the house, then moved in the house with her kids. Yeah. That happened for real. That happened to another friend of mine, another person of mine I know. He was married to this woman. He ended up dying. And even though he hadn't been with the woman in a long time, because the woman was his wife and the other woman he was dealing with was his girlfriend who he had been with for a few years, when he died, the wife lived out of town. She had his body shipped to her state that she was living in. The other woman who he was going with couldn't even attend the funeral. Couldn't even attend the funeral. And the wife knew that he wasn't even messing with her. He hadn't even been with her for years. She had his body moved to where she lived. And the girlfriend couldn't even attend the funeral. And that's who was with him all the way up to his death. Saw it happen. So no, I think even though sis want it bad, you don't really have assurance. You don't have no assurance when you going with a married man. You don't have no assurance. It don't matter how cute it look. It don't matter what we want to see. Things still need to be done in a decent order. And when these women confessing to be Christians, that come with a lifestyle. We're not Christian by voice. There's a lifestyle that comes with that. We can't say we Christians and you don't have no problem with laying up with a married man that's not yours. You have no conviction of the Holy Spirit. No. When you're a Christian, you're not comfortable with the idea of knowing you're a girlfriend or boyfriend. No, because the goal is marriage. God don't respect relationships. God honors marriage, not shacking up, not relationships. God honors marriage. And that's what the Bible tells us. It is better to marry than to burn. If you're going to be out here having sex and things like that, you better get married. You got to do it the right way, that God may bless the union. And that's the thing I just don't like about the situation, that I can't really be happy for them, even though you want. See, I want Clarissa Shields to be happy. I want, if Papoose telling the truth, for it to be true. But just like she had all that power in her favor, it's like you gave it over too quick, that he don't even have to put a rush on nothing, because you didn't gave it over already. You didn't gave up the management. You didn't gave up that man, the manager of 3 of your businesses that you do. You gave it over already. You don't have no assurance, and you already contracted. We already know how he feel about his wife. I don't care how it look on camera. That man was in a relationship with a woman for 20 years. What you doing in 1 year is not taking away them 20 years. I don't care how good it looked. That's just not even realistic. It's not. And as a means of that, you just gave it over too quick. You should have used that to your advantage. Like, look, you saying you really want to be with me. I want to be with you too. Well, if you mean what you say, you need to put a speedy move on your divorce. After you divorced, we're going to get engaged. You're going to be my husband, and I will make you my manager. I'm not finna give you all these things and I have no insurance and you still married. I'm not finna make you my manager and you still married. I'm not finna line you up for success and you still married. No, I need more than just your words. I need more than just your penis. I need a better assurance that you sincere and serious about what you're doing. Because as for right now, you ain't doing nothing different than any other dude to do. Lay down some pipe, give a false promise, and be rewarded for it. No, I need a better promise than that. That's the mentality we want her to have as being our sister. I don't care about whatever black love once was that you built with Remy, because you so-called ain't with her no more. Now you want to be with me. Well, if you want to be with me, make that real. I need the divorce. But it's like you just gave it all up. You just gave up everything. It's like you proved everything without getting the same thing in return. And sometimes it can come off as desperation. But it is what it is. And that's just the truth. At the end of the day, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours.
No streets for you. Leave me